Hello. Happy Earth Day. Welcome to the cutting room floor, the midweek ministry of North Shore Unitarians Canada. That's NSUC. It could be North Shore Unitarians, could be anywhere, because you could be anywhere. And if you're not live, it could be anytime. So welcome wherever, whenever you are, and happy Earth Day. I want to first welcome you to make any comments in the comment section, wherever that is on the screen for you. We'd love to hear from you. By we, I mean I would love to hear from you. And I suppose maybe we, being anybody else who watches this later, is watching it now, if I could speak on their behalf. At any rate, it's Earth Day. My kids are like most kids in North America, being schooled at home, and part of their assignment today from that we got online was to write an acrostic poem for Earth Day. So they each took the word Earth and wrote an acrostic poem, and for Earth Day I'm going to share both of those with you. And let's see, let's also real quick, let's test the they're in the house with me, I'm in the basement, so when they hear these words, if they could say, shout as loud as they can, happy Earth Day. Maybe we'll see what the delay is like. So say happy Earth Day, girls. I'm going to keep on going now, and we'll see when that comes back. Anyway, here are the poems that they wrote. This one is by Cora Bird. These are both 9-year-old children, by the way. An acrostic, if you don't know what an acrostic is, maybe I should explain that. It's where you take the first letter of every, you take a letter from a word, and that becomes the first letter of a poem. I did a terrible job of explaining that. Maybe it'll become clear as I read it. The word is earth, and this is by Cora. Everything is connected. Abatement always. Reforestation. Together it's possible. Have to have a habitat. And then Minnie writes, experience life, abundant beauty, reduce, reuse, recycle, thank our blue boat home, have faith. So a couple of things about this. Abatement is an amazing word. That's a really big word for a 9-year-old. It means use less. And it reminds me, in fact, of something I've been reading in this book here, Braiding Sweetgrass. I don't know if that's the right way across for you, if it's backwards. But anyway, Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Kimmerer. In there she talks about the honorable harvest. Never take the first one, and always only take half. And of course, never take more than what you need. And it seems like an excellent set of instructions as we think about Earth Day and resource depletion. And in fact, in the honorable harvest, it winds up having a reciprocal effect, for which I'll refer you to the book to read more. She does a wonderful job of explaining how that actually works. She's a botanist and indigenous person to what is now the New York area. And I forgot which group, or I have an idea, but I don't want to say it because I might mispronounce it right now. But the honorable harvest actually winds up yielding not just resource depletion, it actually creates abundance. And she goes on to try and apply honorable harvest thinking to our market economy, to our commodity economy and commodity market, and finds that it is quite difficult. Perhaps that's obvious, but that just shows the distance between where we need to be and where we are. So we've got some work to do. I want to talk a little about Minnie's proclamation of abundant beauty. Because I do believe that noticing the abundant, both the abundance and the beauty and the abundance of beauty of our planet is crucial to our continued existence upon it. I could remonstrate and rail against the resource depletion and the pillaging of the gifts of Gaia till my face is blue, and it might have some effect. But I think more than that, really calling each other into noticing the sense, or noticing beauty all around us, and leading with beauty is a more effective program. At the very least, it is a good experience, right? It identifying beauty as we go about our work of being responsible denizens of this planet feels good. And then also probably feels bad at some point, as it will lead to heartbreak, but then call us into a deeper work from a truly invested state of being. So I recommend seeking beauty and really immersing yourself in the beauty of the natural world, or the world at large, the world in general. One of the things in Cora's poem was have to have a habitat, right? And that makes me think about what we consider our habitat. And of course, have to have a habitat doesn't just refer to humans, it's every being has to have a habitat. And there's a shift of perspective that we can make there that I owe gratitude to the eco-philosopher and writer and magician David Abram. And I can't remember if it was in his book, Spell of the Sensuous. I think it was Spell of the Sensuous, although it may have been in Becoming Animal. I can't recall. But he makes the point that the earth is, we always think of the earth as the crust of the earth, the thing beneath our feet, the soil that we walk upon. But in fact, the earth as a planet includes its atmosphere. So we move through the air in the same manner, or the same attention to it as a medium, as the bugs and earthworms do the soil, right? So as the soil is to an earthworm, so the air is to us. As the water is to a fish, or perhaps as the water is to a crab, so the earth is to us, and birds are the fish. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, the earth extends so far above us that we are not on the earth. We are actually in the earth. We are in the earth. And I don't know why, but that shift of perspective seems particularly meaningful to me. And I'm being requested by a coworker, as they say.
Are you live?
Yes, I am live. I'm live. Go look for it now.
But it's not showing up.
It's not showing up? Well, maybe it's showing up for somebody. We have one viewer. It might be me. Anyway, I'm sure we'll have more viewers later. So those are my thoughts on Earth Day today, the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. It's a good day. It's also sort of a sad day to know that we have to have an Earth Day to draw our attention to this. But I think our current situation is is doing that more effectively than any holiday, proclaimed holiday could do, right? This coronavirus has all of our attentions shifted and drawn towards how much of an impact we have on this planet, because abating our impact for this brief period of time, seems like a long time, but it's really quite brief so far, is it's clear to see what that does to the earth. There's less seismic activity. The air is cleaner. The water is cleaner. There were pods of orcas off Kate's Park, which is just down the road from me. And I guess, from what I hear, there hasn't been orcas there in a number of years. So we're seeing what abatement can do. And I like the last line of Minnie's here, have faith. I also think that faith is very important to our continued survival on the planet, and perhaps the planet's continued survival as a life-sustaining place, although life finds a way, and that is a statement of faith right there. Life finds a way, but also to have faith in one another and to have faith in the processes of the planet, to have faith that we are part of the processes of this planet, to have faith that the universe desires greater complexity, and that we are a part of that desire, to have faith that the universe has desire. Desire might be a metaphor, because whatever that is for the universe is probably beyond human comprehension, but the best we can do is name it as desire. So to have faith in those things, that the story is ongoing, that our planet wants us to succeed. So how will you celebrate Earth Day? Maybe you could write your own acrostic, and maybe you could understand that you are in the earth right now. Wherever you are in the earth. You are of the earth, and in fact, inseparable from it. So have a good week. Perhaps I'll see you Sunday, and happy Earth Day.